Welcome back to the program. Glad you're with us this morning. This is always one of my favorite times of the morning when I have the ladies from SXM DOET in the studio because I decided this way you're both of you are just all mine. They're both of you are just all mine. So saying for Laika and Brianna from SXM DOET, welcome to the program. Good morning.
Good morning, Sock.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
Morning, Sock.
Nice to
Morning, radio listener. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming. It's always
Always a pleasure.
it's always great to have you guys in the studio because how many years now? SXM Dude? 11? 12?
12. This year's our 12th year.
Wow. I remember the first year. This is how I know I'm getting old. This is how I know I'm getting old. So before we get into it, what does Dude mean? SXM Dude. What does Dude mean?
So, like the word doet
Yeah.
is to in Dutch, it actually means to do.
Mhm.
So SXM doet is like St. Martin does it, kind of, if you want to translate it. So St. Martin doets. So we're doing.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. And this is an initiative that exists pretty much all over the kingdom of the Netherlands, correct?
That's correct.
And 12 years for us.
12 years, yeah.
Yay.
And
And when this year? I know we changed the date a few years ago, but I know that the date, so now it used to be in March, right? But now it's in,
Yes, May 15th and 16th. So the Friday and the Saturday of May.
okay, so we have a little bit of time, but now is the time to prepare.
That's correct.
Exactly.
That's why
Yes.
we're here.
I know. See, I know. It's like, I can see they're going, where's he going? I'm like, I just want to get everybody up to speed
Yeah.
in case we have some people that, have not been part of this. And this is a great initiative to get involved with. Hundreds. If you just walk around the island and look at all the Doot initiatives over the years, I mean, it's incredible what has been accomplished.
That's right.
Mm.
And it's also nice to see like some people are so they did do projects maybe 2, 3, 4 years ago, and then to see them come back again to maybe have it, whether it's a painting or something spruced up, it's like, oh wait, I remember you did that project a couple of years ago. Nice to see, you're coming back around and keeping it up is what I
Yeah.
like to see as well.
Well, it's the what I remember. The library, the little book libraries
Oh,
that were.
yeah.
I still look for those.
Yeah, last year they actually refreshed those.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
These books are kind of, we don't have tons of books. It's not like you could walk into a Barnes and Noble like you could
Correct.
in my.
Exactly.
I'm old school. I want to turn the page.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially if it's like something. If it's something fun to read.
Yeah. I have friends who like would see me writing on paper and they're like, you could just put a note in your phone. I'm like, yeah, but
You
I like to
remember it
phys-
better when you
correct.
write
And
it.
you write it, you remember it, and I just love the whole like the art of actually like writing it down and checking it off or whatever the case is. So
Well,
yeah,
you know what I think it really comes down to is that it is about when you write it down physically, you tend to remember it,
Mhm.
right? And that's I think for me that's one of the things, right? Like I don't even know. I don't know how people do this, like students when they read and work on a tablet, right? Like I would always be with my highlighter and highlight the words in the textbook and make little notes in the margin.
that's
No, you
right.
can do it in a tablet too. It's not the
The same.
same.
No,
Nope.
it's not.
It's not the same. So yeah, I'm with you for sure. As we digress, so what do we need to let people know about Doot for 2026?
Well, registration is open
Woohoo!
for our
Community
organizations. Yes.
So in other words, if you want to do a project,
Yes.
now is the time to
go-
register.
Yes.
And what does one say? You're thinking of a project, you're part of an organization. What do you need to have to make it all work? To register, what do I have to do?
Okay, so to register first, of course, you need to be an organization, NGO, a school, a church with community benefits,
care facilities.
care facility, basically any nonprofit.
Hmm.
Once you do that, you're also supposed to have your chamber because we do ask for that oftentimes.
Your Chamber of Commerce
Chamber of
registration.
Commerce registration, and then of course a bank account in the name of the organization. But that is only if you're requesting funding through us.
Right.
If you just want to sign up a project, that's totally fine. If you have the funding or if you have donors that can assist, that's fine. So
Okay.
that's one part. And then obviously in order to sign up for Dude, you need to have a project that is able to be done within the 1 or 2 days of Dude, so May 15th or 16th or both days. And then once you have all of those details locked in, you can create a profile if you haven't already created a profile on our website,
Okay.
www.sxmdoet.com.
Okay, and spell
So
that SXMDOET
Yes, correct.
.com.
.com. And then you go ahead, you would register or you would sign up. If you already have your profile, you just log in, register your project. If you're requesting financial assistance, you fill in that financial application, submit it, and then at the end of the month, so registrations are open until the 28th of February.
So soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Very
today,
soon.
Today is the 9th.
You have a little
So-
less than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go register if you're going to do this.
And I shouldn't say, but oftentimes we give like a little grace period. So we're going to see if that may happen, but we would prefer, of course, to have everything in by Feb 28th because, after that is Heineken Regatta and SXM Festival and Carnival. So we don't want to get lost in the mix of all of that. So
Right.
definitely asking for this. I implore all organizations that are on St. Martin that can hear my voice, please, please, please go out, log on to www.sxmdoet.com and register your project today.
Yes.
Perfect.
And
Go
there's a
register.
perk to registering early.
What's the perk?
It's called early duties. So once you're the first 10 organizations to register your project correctly, then you have a chance to get certain perks, like you can join us on the radio station if you want to promote your project. You can get goodie bags for yourself and for your volunteers.
Mhm.
So
Goodie
there's a
bags.
bonus.
And we have
Goodie
nice
bags.
stuff. Last year we had some tumblers. Year
Oh,
before
nice.
we had some
Tote bags.
the tote bags
Oh,
and
cool.
the handheld fans. So yeah, we do usually have some really nice little gadgets that
a-
can be used before, during, and after due.
It's always a great turnout. It's always it's amazing to see everything kind of happen
Yep.
that day, and
Mhm.
there's the island's abuzz with people running
Yeah.
around doing really cool
And you
things.
get to see the shirts and everyone just out and having fun and doing
What?
good.
So when you think back over the years, what's your favorite project? Without we don't want to offend anyone, but what's your favorite? We all have our favorite projects.
I always go back to the mangrove planting. I think we spoke about it last
Mm.
year, but it still stands to be my favorite project because you got to go on the boat and then you got to learn how mangroves are planted. You see them all around the island, but to actually see how to plant them, it was an experience.
I remember standing
Yeah.
like up to my waist
Yeah.
in water, holding the broadcast equipment over my ears, up over my head, so
Yeah.
things didn't get wet.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a fun. That was
It
fun.
was
That's
fun.
always one of mine too.
Yeah.
And
I think I have two right now.
Two.
So I think Brie would also agree with this.
I know where you're going.
Hearts
Yes.
United.
say again.
Hearts United.
Tell me
so
about that.
that's an organization that deals with our elderly.
Mhm.
And Donna, you always do an amazing job. I mean, all organizations do, but Donna really goes like over and beyond to ensure the elderly have a great social event. So last year it was a day at the Emil Wilson Park. So they had music. They had a DJ. The food was amazing. The fruits and they had the tent set up, and the elderly were able to enjoy that. They had a sip and paint the year before that as
That's
well.
cool.
So they really do take care of our elderly and make sure they get out, they get to enjoy the things that they may not always get to do. So that's one. And then the second one that came on board for me last year was the Dutch Quarter Community
Mhm.
Council. They did in Dutch Quarter there were a lot of signs that were missing, street signs
Mhm.
of the names, and they actually had some signs made with motivational quotes at the bottom, and they had them installed on the due days throughout the different areas in Dutch Quarter.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
really,
very-
really nice. So
That's very-
that's the
very-
one that stands out, and the fact that they went over and beyond because of course they had to do some of the prep, the legwork before actually getting finance from Dude. So I truly do appreciate them like going over and beyond to ensure that those signs were done, because we were wondering like how is it gonna happen, and then when we saw it, we were like, oh wow, that's really nice. So they're now in my book of favorites. I hope that it can continue this year so
That's
we can
cool.
see more of those.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
It and it's funny because people don't really we're missing lots of street signs everywhere, and people
Exactly.
don't even know the names of streets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go to the third mango tree, turn right, look for the blue truck,
Look for the dirt
turn-
road.
Yeah.
and then look for the tree. I'm like,
Exactly.
The first time I had to go up to St. Peter's Hill to the tower, to
Oh,
they
oh.
handed me a kind of a folded up. It's probably still in my car. That's 15 years later. Um, like a set of written directions on paper to find it. And it would
Oh.
and say, okay, go here, turn left, and then go to
Keep it
turn left
and then
again,
go up.
then look for the blue Jeep. And I'm like,
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
and
And
I'm going,
imagine there's two ways to get up there. So
and then I'm sitting there going, well, where's the what if they're not home? What if the blue Jeep
Jeep
is
is
gone?
gone.
And I'm freaking out, and I'm going, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then of course I got to the blue Jeep,
And it was there.
and well, no, I knew understood why the blue Jeep
A
what
movable.
what was not movable. It would
Yeah.
always just
Mhm.
be there. It
Yeah.
would always just be there.
That's like a landmark.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's listen. I think it's still there today. There's not much of it left,
I
but
doubt it.
it's still there.
Yeah.
It's still there, and that is kind of where things stand. SXM DOET, SXM DOET, DOET.com.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Go register.
Yes.
Register
today.
today. And
Now.
then,
Please.
of course, what we would like to remind organizations, so our lovely volunteer coaches and coordinators, we're actually going to start this week to call organizations like, hey, are you guys thinking about registering a project? Like, just to, get the motivation going. So we do ask organizations to look out for the call, pick up the phone when you see us calling, please. And
Brilliant.
of course, we'll be sending emails as well to follow up.
Answer your phone.
Yeah, answer your phone, please.
People don't like to talk on the phone anymore.
They don't.
It's really, send me a, if
Send
you're
an
gonna,
email.
if you're gonna send me a voice note, can't you just call me? It's the same. You're gonna send me a recorded version of. Can't we just talk? Is that possible? Can't we look each other in the eye and have a conversation? Where is the world gone? Oh, SXM DOET, SXMDOET.com.
Yep.
Go sign up your projects today, May 15 and
16.
16. Did I miss anything? Did we?
Well, the only thing that we just want organizations to know is that when you apply or register your projects, it's two separate applications. One to register your projects and then one to apply for funding. And for funding, you can get up to $650 if it's more than 10 volunteers for said project. So
And if you don't need funding, then you could just,
You can just
register
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 your
the project, so you're at least part of it. And
Yeah, correct.
That does it cost to participate?
No.
no,
No.
you gain
You
by
gain
participating.
Exactly. You gain money, you gain funds, and the volunteers,
Yes.
And
and
you
a
s-
good time.
And yeah, I was gonna say it's a fun day. Hands down, hands down,
Definitely.
hands down. Relika and Brianna, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this again.
We didn't mention
What?
our theme this year.
What's the theme?
It's from jump up to step up.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, for
Yes.
Brightest and Martin. So, because we're still piggybacking off of Carnival,
Right.
so we're
From
like,
jump
hey,
up to step up.
yeah,
Step up and do a good job.
That's
SXM
right.
DOET. I love it. So listen, so what do you call the folks that register early?
Early
Early
duties.
duties.
Oh, so but you have to bring all of the early duties into me to be on the air.
Yeah.
Everybody that bring the all. How many we get? First 10?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, bring all 10 of them.
Okay, we'll
we're
do
gonna
it.
we're gonna make it all work. Bring the early duties.
All the early duties.
That's really funny.
Thank you.
The early duties. It is 9:35 right here in the Northeast Caribbean. Ladies, thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much
Come
Doc,
in.
for having
See you
us.
next time.
Come visit me soon.
With our
Yes.
10, all the 10
Yes.
early duties.
Yes, fully fit.
We'll fit everybody. Listen, we'll spread everything across the two studios. We got some wireless mics. We'll make it all
We'll
work.
make it work.
Okay.
We'll make it work. It is time for us to take a quick break. We'll be right back. More Fresh Air in the Morning is on the way. I am late. What else is new?